At the beginning, I write the structure of the website using HTML. First, I open the body tag, which contains all the main content of the page. Then I create a header tag. Inside the header, I have a navigation menu and a button. The navigation is made with the nav tag, and inside this there are links A. These links will lead to different parts of the site. I also added a button with the class NATO. The button also has another version with the class Neto Dark, which is a darker style of the button. Next, I have a block with the class Webca. Inside it, there is a heading H1, and the part of the text is wrapped in the span tag. Yeah, I use this to highlight that word with a background color, and the heading there is a paragraph B that contains some description. I also added an image inside the block with the class Webca image, where I use the image tag. The next part of the site is the features block. Here I add several cards using the container JIC list. Inside this container there are separate cards with the class JIC. Each card has text and may also contain an icon or description. Now I will explain the CSS styles. At the very beginning I write styles for the body tag. I set the font with font family Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. If the first font does not work, the browser will use the next one. Then I write margin 0 to remove all default margins. With background F9, 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 I set a light gray background. The property color 16, 30, and 20 makes the text dark green, and text align center aligns all content to the center. Next are the styles header. I use display flex to enable flexible layout. Then I use justify content space between to parse the elements apart to the edges. The property align item center aligns the elements vertically with padding 15 pixels and 30 pixels. I add spacing inside the header, 15 pixels top and bottom, 30 pixels left and right. Finally, background FFF means the background is white. Now the styles for the links inside the navigation header nav A. I set margin 0, 10 pixels. To add space between the links, the property text decoration none removes the underline from links. I set the link color with color 16, 30, 20, making it dark green, and the font weight bold makes the text bold. Next, I explain the button with the class NATO, and the background is set the background 16, 13, 40, 20, and the text color. Its background is set with background 16, 30, 20, and the text color is white with color FFF color, and the text color is white with color FFF. I remove the border using border none to make the button look better. I added padding 8 pixels and the 15 pixels. The cursor changed to a pointer on hover. Thanks to cursor pointer, the button has rounded corners using border radius 6 pixels. This button also has a darker version with the class Net Dark, where the background changes to an even darker shade background 0F3B 2D. Now I explain the webca block. In the heading H1 inside the span tag, I highlight the text with the property background FFE0D0. For the paragraph, I use color 555, which makes the text gray. The property max white 600 pixels limits the width of the paragraph. Margins are set with margin 10 pixels after 20 pixels, which means 10 pixels on top and 20 on the bottom, and automatic centering on the sides. In the block webca image, I have an image. I set its width with 90%, meaning almost the full width of the block, but I also but I also set a limit with max width 800 pixels to make the image look nicer. I round its corners with border radius 20 pixels, and I add spacing above it with margin of 20 pixels. Next, I have the feature section. I set inner spacing with padding 40 pixels and 20 pixels, and make the background white with background FFF. Inside this block there is the container JC list. Here I use display flex again to arrange the cards on the line. The property justify content center them with gap 20 pixels. I add spacing between the cards, and finally flex wrap allows the cards to move to the next line if they don't fit in one row. Each separate card has the class JC. For the card, I set a light gray background with background F1, F1, F1. The inner spacing is added with padding 15 pixels to make the text easier to read. I round the corners with border radius 10 pixels, and the card has a fixed width with 150 pixels. So the entire website is built the HTML. So the entire website is built with HTML and styled with CSS. Every property controls the design, color, spacing, layout, and the appearance of the elements. Together, this creates a clean and modern design.